Welcome everybody, it's Joni at Granny J Clay, and I had put a video out the other day and I showed you some things, and one of those things was this shell necklace with the earrings, but I showed you some pieces that I had made, and these next pieces I just wanted to show you here quickly are the ones that I've finished. And my husband doesn't usually comment, but he just loves this. I do too, actually. It's really a pretty combination. Anyway, I wanted to show them to you today and show you what I did to finish them off. With the earrings, I just took, just did something very simple. Let's see if I can get it to focus on that. And I just put a hoop through there, and then three links from a chain, and then hooked the earring hook on that. So that's just very easy to do. Of course, I did all my drilling, which is easy to do now that I've got my drill hooked up on a stand. So that's what I did with those. And then with the necklace, and I'll just bring it up a little bit, I took a long strip of leather for each side, and then I looped it around. You see how I can loop there? I looped it around the back and brought it around to the front. And then what I did, once before I started working with it, I dipped them in lanolin, which is it's like a very greasy cream. Let me show you. It's right here, so I'll show it to you. Pure lanolin. And boy, is that ever nice on your hands. I've got to remember that. My hands get so dry. I ordered this over the internet, pure lanolin. It says it's Proceed, and it says Nature's Dry Skin Salve. Boy, it works really well. But I had heard about that on another YouTube station or video, that you just, if this is too stiff, you just run it through lanolin and just rub it in, and that's what I did. And then I hung it up and I put a weight over the top of this so that it would hang straight. This is very long. I made this a longer length. Sometimes, there are women that are a little more busty than I am, probably a lot of women. Anyway, and they need a little bit longer length. So I made it quite long, and I finished the ends off. Let me show you how I did that. Okay. Got it wound together. Hang in there. I'll get it undone. But anyway, this was one long piece of folded over leather. And this was another one. So going off to both sides. And then I was able to string some beads on the leather. It had to be a pretty big hole, which was nice. I found some that I had. And then I just tied a knot at the top so it would stay in place. But this is what I used. Let me see if I can bring that in and show you. But it's one of those, what do you call it? A pinch closure. Here's one. I have to order some more, so I left one out. But here is one. Sorry, I poked myself again with one of my tools. So there you go, if you can see it. I'm going to bring it up closer so you can see it. In the center of it, right in the center, is where, once you get it on the leather, you pinch that area, and it cinches right to your leather. It's just awesome. What I did was I just took the end of the leather, dipped it in a little glue that I had, and I used this glue. Let's see, this is called Liquid. I have to keep focusing here. Sorry, guys. Liquid Fusion, heavy duty, it says performance adhesive. I'm just wondering if that was an Eileen's glue. I don't remember. Anyway, I used this glue, so I put some on my tile, and then I just took the end. When I had the ends to where I wanted them, I dipped it, and then I held this, and I pushed the leather into it, and then I immediately squeezed the center so it would stay where it was supposed to stay. But you don't have to use the glue, but it's kind of just a double security, I think. And just like here, I used 2 jump rings to attach this end to this. I could have just used 1. Let me see if I can separate them so you can see them. But I used 2 jump rings. Another security measure, just in case. You never know. And I did the same, of course, on this side. But let me just tell you how long this is. It's pretty long. But you know, the one thing is if they don't like it quite this long, they could go ahead and tie some more knots, because each of the strands on the 2 strands on each side are separate. You know, you can separate them, so they could tie another knot if they wanted to down here. But this measures from the closure all the way down. It measures 22.5 inches, so this is quite long. But it's just a beautiful piece. It's just pretty. It's really pretty. And then, of course, if you get the earrings with it, it's just lovely. So that's one set. Let me just kind of reach over here and put that away. But don't forget about the lanolin. I wanted to make sure I told you about that. That will soften up your leather really well. It's really nice. Then I made another one from the leather. This is not, let me see, I'll measure it before I show it to you. This is about 18.5 inches, so it's not quite as long. Let's see if I can bring you down. Up, down. There we go. There. There you can see that. And then I used leather on that too. And I did a cat's paw knot. And if you're not familiar with a cat's paw knot, I do have a video out that I showed how to do that with a great big roll of masking tape so you could see it. So you could go look through my videos for that. But so I did that. Exact same thing. I dipped these in lanolin, rubbed it really, really well with my hands, and then wiped it off with a paper towel. And then I hang them up, and I put a weight across here so that it would stretch out the leather a little bit, and so it wouldn't kink or anything. And it really did a nice job, I think. So that's this one. And then I put a hook on this one. What do you call these? Can't remember. Anyway, a hook instead of my other one. But this worked really well. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to just try that with some earrings. And so I did, and that turned out really well too. Maybe you can kind of see that as well. But since we've got leather here, I thought, well, let's try this one with leather, and it worked. Yeah. So that's that set. I'm really happy with it. You know, sometimes you make things and you're not happy at all with how they turn out. Here is a smaller piece. Let me show you how much smaller it is than this one. This I was using it was my biggest cutter for a while. There we go. But this was really big. All right. And on this one, I just attached I had ordered a bunch of these cords. It's a material. It's very smooth feeling. And so I just attached that with a pinch bail, of course. And then I made earrings for that. Where are they? Oh, here they are. And so, sometimes I just forget all the technical terms, but forgive me if I do. There you go. There we go. So that was another set. Just as pretty, I think. I'm going to make more pieces sometime out of this. Again, I used Primo turquoise and let's see, Primo pearl, and then I had some Cernet white transparent, but it was turquoise granite, That's why you see the little specks in there. See? And then Primo Pearl, and yeah, and then the Cernet, transparent, white transparent. So really pretty, really, really pretty. I guess it goes that way. Anyway, so that was that set. Put that back there. And let me see here. I'll bring this set out next. This is another set. This is a tan cord rather than a white cord that I used for this one. And let's see, there we go. Can really see it better that way. And then here are the earrings for that as well. Another pinch bail for each of these, for the earrings as well as for the necklace. So I like that one too. And then I made this. I had two long pieces that I made. Here's one of them. And I just used the ribbons that I had ordered quite some time ago. You see how they kink though? Let me see if I can bring you back. Whoops, bring you back out a little bit. They kink a lot. But once you have it on, because this piece is a little bit heavier, they'll settle down. That's a pinch bail with that. And then I made these earrings to go with that one. What I did is, the cutter I used for this, I just cut more clay, but just took the end of the cutter and cut pieces. I still had to sand and do everything like that with it, but they turned out pretty. They turned out pretty. I was happy with them, but they're more futzy when you have to do this with an earring. Then you have to make sure your holes are lined up when you're drilling and so forth. So let me just show you that. There you go. But they turned out really well. I'm happy. You just go slow. I do anyway. I go very slow, and take my time. And I'm trying to get this wider. I always go the opposite way. Silly, silly me. Okay, there we go. Anyway, that's another set. And this is my last set. This piece is, just the clay piece is 3 inches in length. And again, a ribbon to put it on. And then I did the same with the earrings. I used the same cutter that I used for this and just cut ends. And then, of course, I had to sand those and so forth. But they are so cute. I'm happy with that, too. They turned out really nicely. Let's see if I can get you down there a little ways. There you go. So, I was really pleased. And I just wanted to share all of that with you one more time. And so often I will make pieces and not show you how they turn out. And that's because I don't always make them into necklaces and earrings right away. I have a lot of pieces that are sitting and waiting to be turned into jewelry. But this particular set with this clay, I loved it. Just loved it. And so I decided I'd finish every single piece off, and I did. So that's my sharing for now. I'm going to take a little screenshot here. And I hope you enjoyed that. Sometimes it's just fun to see what other people do and how they do it. And that's how I did this. I will bring one more set in. You've already seen it. I had so many really nice compliments on this. And I'm glad you really liked it. So that's that. My shell necklace with my shell earrings. Let's just bring them back out. All right, now I'm going to box up my next box of things to mail out to a friend, and I hope she really enjoys them. I have a couple of other things too that I want to send along with her that I have made in the past. I've got hanging here on my wall. I've got several pieces hanging on the wall on a hook. So I just wanted to share everything with you because I know I love seeing how people put things together. And I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. You guys have a great evening, and just relax and enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.